A passing chord is a chord that is not a part of the progression. It is a chord that you pass by to get to the next chord in a progression. There are several types of passing chords, but we're only going to go over two today. The chromatic passing chord and the suspended passing chord. With the chromatic passing chord, if two chords in a progression are a whole step apart, you can place a passing chord that is a half step in between them. This passing chord can be of any quality, major, minor, diminished, you name it. Let's take a basic chord progression like the 1, 2, 5, 1 in the key of C. Here is C. 1, 2, 5, 1. See, when going from the 1 chord to the 2 chord, there's a whole step that separates them. From C to D, that is a whole step. Or 2 half steps, 1, 2. So we can use a passing chord, a half step in between them. So that's D flat major into D minor. You see how it connects both chords? It sits right in between. For suspended chords, you can place a sus2 chord with the same root as the minor chord before that minor chord. With this, you'll have the second resolve up a half step to the third in the minor chord. The way to get a suspended second chord is, if we're doing the C major chord, you replace the third with the second, and that gives us a C sus2. Using the same progression, the 1, 2, 5, 1, we're going to place a D sus2 right before the D minor chord. You can also place a sus4 chord with the same root as the major chord before that major chord. This will give us the fourth, resolving a half step down to the third in the major chord. We're using the C major chord. To get a sus4, you replace the third with the fourth, resolves to the major. All right, so using the same progression again, we're going to place a G sus4 before the G major chord. This song is called Keep On. It is in the key of C major. I think this is the first song we've done in the key of C. One step closer, it just might get a little harder. Just remember you're this much closer. All you need is to step on forward. Do not turn back. You've come this far, don't do that. Keep going, you're almost there, and you reach there, you won't regret it. For the verse, I start off with the basic 1, 4, 6, 5 progression. Then I modify it by adding a G sus4 chord before the 5, which is G major. So the first half, just remember you're this much closer, right? So all you need is to step on forward. In the second half, I use a chromatic passing chord. Between the C chord and the F chord, I place a minor 5 from the parallel. Do not, G minor, F major is 5. Then it's a minor 4 into 1. Going, you're almost. Then here we have the chromatic passing chord. The A flat is in between the G major chord and the A minor chord. G major, A minor. There's a whole step in between them. That is why I'm able to use the A flat, descending into G. Keep going, you're almost there, and you reach there, you won't regret it. Let's hear the chorus. Keep on keeping on, you're gonna be something. Smile on your face and say one day. It's gonna take some time away. The chorus uses the basic 1, 5, 2, 4 progression. I'm using a sus2 chord before the D minor chord. the first time. The second time around, I substitute the F major chord with the minor version from the parallel key. So F minor. You're gonna be something. D sus into and sing one day. F major, right? Second time around, D sus 2 into D minor, F sus 2 into F minor parallel, resolved to 1. That is it.